Zendaya may be locking lips with Tom Holland, but there's another famous actor who would gladly take his place. Things got wild on these sets. I'm talking first kisses that ended up in marriage to starburst breath, all the way to the infamous actor who not only locked lips with her famous co-star, but also his wife. The tea is hot. No shade to our girl Vanessa Hudgens, but Zac Efron said his best on-screen kiss was with Zendaya. And the reason behind it actually has to do with the characters they played in The Greatest Showman. The tension that was built up between them was a huge factor. Not really the actual kiss itself, because I don't know if you've noticed, but Zac Efron does a ton of on-screen kisses.
This might be my favorite kiss, I think, ever.
Everyone watching, including Zac and Zendaya, is rooting for these characters to finally have their moment.
It pays off for you,
Yes.
for the audience and for people watching. Ah, finally.
And speaking of forbidden love, let's talk about It Girl and Lonely Boy. Penn Badgley and Blake Lively dated and broke up during their time on Gossip Girl. So because of that reason, Penn describes her as his best and worst on-screen kiss. Talk about drama. They broke up months before the season 2 finale and had to continue their characters' on-again, off-again love affair for 4 more seasons. And well, they kept it a secret from the crew because they didn't want their personal relationship to bleed over into their working relationships. They were absolute professionals about it, and to be honest, their breakup was totally amicable, and they're both happily married to other people now. And I'm sure most of you probably know that, but now I get to do this fun little segue where I talk about Blake Lively's husband. So this is actually pretty funny co-star humor, and Blake Lively is clearly a great sport. When Ryan Reynolds was asked on Twitter about his on-screen kiss with Anna Kendrick in their 2014 movie The Voices, he quickly responded, like taking your face to awesome town. Literally the most dad joke response, but I know we're all here for it. And Anna Kendrick couldn't help but jump on the fun with her response. That is the Anna Kendrick train guarantee, with local stops in Awkwardville and Tolerable Shire. Woot woot. But who knew Anna Kendrick would be taking Blake Lively to Awesome Town 4 years later in a simple favor? Now, this one definitely was no surprise. Well, his breath smelling like starburst kind of was. But anyway, Bryce Dallas Howard loved working and kissing Chris Pratt. They worked together on Jurassic World, and she described him as perfect in every way. Again, not surprised at all. Her on-screen kiss with Matthew McConaughey came in a close second, so we're throwing it in as an honorable mention. She said she really liked the way his mouth tasted after drinking all of that fake alcohol tea. Is that TMI? Never. Now, let's talk about one that didn't go so well. On one side, anyway.
It was incredibly awkward. It was like some weird social experiment, it felt like.
Even though she did say he was a good kisser, she did not like kissing him. Or Rupert Grint, actually. They're both like her brothers. Not the vibe. Daniel, on the other hand...
To be honest, it wasn't too awkward. It's quite enjoyable. I quite liked it.
There really are two sides to every story. Another great who knew moment. These two have an incredible love story. Ashton Kutcher was Mila Kunis' first kiss on the set of that 70s show. And she was so nervous because she had like the biggest crush on him. Obviously, she played it cool and didn't want him to know though, but she played it so well that he really didn't have a clue. It's clear though, regardless, that the feelings ended up being mutual.
I'm lucky enough to play her boyfriend, so I get to make out with her.
Oh, and then there's this steamy moment. Sarah Michelle Gellar's character did some unforgivable things in Cruel Intentions, but teaching Selma Blair's character how to kiss was definitely not one of them. Sarah also revealed that this was her favorite on-screen kiss, and if you've seen all of her performances like I have, you'd know she does a ton of on-screen kisses. When the two of them won the MTV Movie Award for Best Kiss, as they should, they recreated the moment for the cameras. And if you haven't seen the full clip of their acceptance speech, you absolutely should. It's hilarious and totally iconic. And they also have continued to recreate that kiss for years. Like, check out this Instagram post from 2020. And speaking of icons, Jennifer Lopez and Josh Lucas spilled every juicy detail about their movie An Unfinished Life, including the intimate scene in the back of a truck that was cut. When asked about her favorite on-screen kiss, Jennifer Lopez didn't skip a beat, saying it was Josh Lucas, even though they were both pretty nervous at the time.
I felt, he would say the same.
Yes.
That we had a very good kiss.
She said the intimate truck scene was uncomfortable, and he said he loved filming it with her, even though it ended up being cut. I see you, Josh. I see you. So this one is a majorly different vibe than intense love story scenes in the back of a truck. Kate Hudson described Heath Ledger as beautiful, sweet, and gentle. It's an emotional topic for her, not something she thinks about or talks about much. The movie in question is called The Four Feathers, and thinking back on it, she was nearly brought to tears, but says everything about working with him was really, really lovely. Judy Greer didn't hesitate for 1 sec after being asked about her best on-screen kiss.
Lily Tomlin. Hello.
They shared a kiss in the movie Grandma, which was just, in general, one of Judy's favorites. And she wasn't shy about sharing her experience with Lily on set.
And I have to say, she has very soft lips.
Another one that was mutually loved for both was the kiss between Megan Fox and Shia LaBeouf on the set of Transformers. Megan wasn't shy about how much she loved Shia during that time, and Shia told interviewers how it would have been nearly impossible to not be attracted to Megan Fox due to how much time they spent together. Plus, like, she's Megan Fox.
I love him. I've never been like really quiet about that. I love him.
They were romantically involved during the movie, but apparently after the film wrapped, so did their relationship. So a little awkward, but I guess not really because this was many years later. Regardless, sorry Megan. Anyway, Shia LaBeouf says his favorite on-screen kiss was with Dakota Johnson. He was kinda asked under pressure by Ellen DeGeneres who his favorite on-screen kiss was, and after some hesitation, he blurts out Dakota Johnson, calling her a sweetheart. But the next question in the interview was about a most recent lie he told, and he said he just told one. I see you, Shia. I see you. But what do you think? You think he was lying or just embarrassed by how much he liked kissing Dakota in the Peanut Butter Falcon? Oh, and there were some vibes for this one. Is it possible that an on-screen kiss could go too well? These two were secretly married shortly after. The power of Sarah Roemer's lips must be no joke.
What was your best on-screen kiss?
My wife.
They met in 2014 while filming the TV series Chosen, and got married in 2015 when she was pregnant with their first child. Going through all these kisses was a whirlwind. From Ashton Kutcher being Mila Kunis' first kiss to being her husband today, Sarah Michelle Gellar and Selma Blair being absolute kissing icons, and all these on-set relationships that I honestly could not keep up with if I tried. Which on-screen kiss is your favorite?